most common question which I receive from a lot of students and professionals, that how to build their profile for their future MBA and make their profile competitive. Now this is what I'm going to cover in this video. So two aspects I'm going to touch upon in this video. Number one, what the admission committees are looking for when they assess the candidates, and number two, how you can actually improve your performance or improve your profile wherever you are in your life, whether you are in college or you're working somewhere. So I'm going to touch upon three important parameters where you should work on to improve your profile and improve your chances of success. So hi everyone, my name is Rohit Jha, and I have a corporate experience of around 13 years, and through these videos I share my experiences and insights with you on a variety of MBA, MIM and Masters programs. So that's the reason you should subscribe to our channel and do press the bell icon so that whenever we'll upload new videos you will be notified. So let's talk about this video now. Firstly, as I mentioned, what admission committees are looking for, and accordingly you can prepare. So admission committees, they look for holistic excellence. When I say holistic excellence, they see your journey, they see your overall journey and try to find the best fit. Now when I say the overall journey, so we all have highs and lows, good performances, poor performances in the past, but the best part is you need to be resilient enough and try to come back. For example, you had a poor performance in the past, so what your job should be that how I can improve my performance now so that it can be compensated. That's why I said they look at your overall journey. They are not looking for throughout toppers or the outstanding students, and outstanding is an overrated word. They are looking for a complete package, who has a strong character, who can come back, who can bounce back, who has a leadership potential and all those things, which I'm going to talk about in this video. So this is exactly what they look for. So don't worry if you have a low performance sometime in school or maybe in college. It can be compensated, but with the right strategy and hard work in place. So let's now talk about what exactly you can do. So for this question, I've divided this into three major areas where you can work on. So let's talk about the first one, which is very important. So the number one is the work experience. Now, when I say work experience, let's talk about the college student first, and then I'll talk about people who are working right now. So if you are a college student, your job should be to find the right internships, do live projects, do assignments with the companies. Now, whether it's paid or unpaid, don't worry at this moment. This is definitely going to be a great value add in your profile. But when I say it's a great value add, then I genuinely mean that you should look for right internships or live projects. I'm not talking about like fake internships or on the paper projects that you can showcase just for the sake of building the profile for future. There are a lot of students, they try that strategy, but that is not going to add any value to your profile. So that's one thing. Try and do as many internships you can in your 3-year bachelor degree or 4-year, whatever you are pursuing at this moment. Focus on the real-time work experience. As I tell you always, your GPA is important, but real-time work experience always adds a lot of value to your profile and to your personality as well. So that's one thing in your work experience you can target. Another thing for college students, which this is not work experience but definitely is related to that, you can target the right certifications. Now when I say the right certifications, I've seen the tendency for a lot of college students that they just collect certificates for the sake of collecting the certificates. They have 20 online courses from different platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and there are other platforms. So that should not be the strategy. If you can plan a little bit that I'm going to do my masters or MBA in some particular field, for example finance, or you're a marketing enthusiast or a human resource, anything, if you have that picture in mind, it would be great that if you choose the certifications based on your goal, that would be the ideal scenario. But even if you are not clear, then also try and choose your certifications smartly. Just don't do everything, because as I told you in the internships also and in live projects, just don't do for the sake of doing it. Even if you're doing a certification, you should know something about that topic or whatever you are doing. And apart from that, do the basic certifications which are relevant everywhere. For example, a good course on advanced Excel, would always be valuable irrespective of the domain. It will be valuable in bachelor's degree, in master's degree, even when you start your career. Initially it will be very valuable. Learn some fundamentals of finance. It can always be a great value add. So these are like common courses, but apart from that, of course, if you have a clear objective in mind, then choose your right certifications accordingly. Take some advice, you're mentoring from someone if you don't have any idea to do that. So that's about the college students. Now, if you are a working professional, so your college and school life is already over, now you're working somewhere. So the best part is focus on quality of work. Now when I say focus on quality of work, most of the top business school, I would say all of the top business school, they look for quality work experience rather than quantity. So many students, they have this misconception, or even profession, that I have a 7 years of experience or maybe 10 years of experience, so my profile will be very desirable. So it's not the case. Even someone who has only 3 years or 4 years of experience but a lot of achievements to showcase, a lot of suggestions, initiatives he or she has taken during the journey, so that profile will always be desirable as compared to someone who has worked for 7-8 years but nothing to talk about. So that's what I'm telling you. Try to grab some projects which is out of your job role and responsibilities. That is the key word here. You don't have to completely focus on your job role and responsibilities assigned to you. You have to do out of that to make your profile strong. So 3 words you need to keep stay focused on: achievements, initiatives, and suggestions. See, whether you can be you can fail in some of the suggestions, a lot of suggestions people might not execute, but doesn't matter. You should keep on trying, be curious, explore your work profile. So that's the way you can always enhance your profile, and you'll have a lot to talk of in your future even MBA interviews. That's one thing. Number 2, what you can do, you can target again the right certifications. Now again, when I say the certification, it should align well with your career or maybe with your future career which you are aspiring to do after your MBA. So for example, if you are a project management professional, you can always, let's say, target PMP certifications or Prince2 certifications which are relevant to your job role or maybe in future. So do something which is relevant. Don't just add certifications, and you will actually create a confusion if you'll add too many certifications with no intent. So that's one thing you can do it. Lastly, stay updated with your industry, have a strong knowledge about your particular industry, and if you have any future plans for any particular industry, do a good research on that as well and stay updated basically. So you will have the right knowledge to excel in that particular industry as well as post MBA plans. So this is like a combination of multiple things. If you are working somewhere, you should target right now if you are targeting a top business school. Again, I said they look for achievements. They are looking for quality work experience here, not just the regular day-to-day work what you are doing. Now this is about the work experience. Now the next important part is the leadership potential. This is again very much connected to your work experience, what you are doing right now. So that is going to define your leadership potential and which they look for in a candidate. Now again, if you are a college student, so you have ample opportunities to explore yourself. You can organize events, go for networking events, you can form student clubs, but active student clubs involve a lot of industry people, arrange some talks, participate in extracurriculars, whatever you have. All these things will give you 2 benefits. Of course, it will definitely add value to your CV and profile, but it will give you a lot of self-confidence. It will help you to understand team-based learning. It will help you to learn key skills such as negotiation or managing people, ability to work under pressure. There are a lot of things which you learn while doing all these activities. So college is the best place actually to explore all these activities. So this is what is going to define your leadership potential when you will go for the future MBA applications. So this is what when you are in college. Now if you are working right now, so again this is very much linked to what I talked about in the work experience, so I'll not repeat that. Focus on your achievements, your initiatives and suggestions. So many people, they say, I'm not leading a team, so how can I show my leadership potential or my management experience? And many people have this misconception that if I'm leading a team or a manager, so then my profile will be more desirable. Now in either case, you will not get any advantage or disadvantage. Even if you're an individual contributor, you really need to execute with discipline. You need to make strong processes. You can be a whistleblower. You can challenge the status quo. There are a lot of areas where you can work and act like a leader. So you have the leadership potential, but this leadership potential you have to showcase through these activities. So again, if you are giving a lot of suggestions to your manager, to your teams, to your processes, or contributing to the people around you, this is what leadership it is. So similarly, you can have a lot of involvement in the business level activities. It's up to you completely that whether you want to involve in those areas or not. Most of the people, they do not, they just focus on their role and responsibility, that's it. But if you want to stand out, you will have to do it. So that's the way you can enhance your leadership experience, and in future you can always talk about that. So this is about the leadership potential. Now the last, not the least, is the academic background. Now for college students, of course, you're out of your school, you can't do much about that. So maintain a good GPA in your college, and you will have GMAT in hand, or GMAT or GRE. So I would recommend just give a GMAT or GRE even when you are final year, so that you will have time to improve the score. And in future, because it's valid for 5 years, so you can always improve. Even during work, you can improve your score. You can give multiple times, so that will add a lot of value to you. So focus on that. Now if you are working, then of course your school college life is over, then only focus should be on GMAT. So what I would recommend, the day you decide to go for an MBA program, just don't wait. Start first preparing for GMAT. Give as early as possible. Don't wait for the application deadlines and just give GMAT 1 week before the application deadline. It's an exam which is available throughout the year. You can give 5 times. So always give the exam first, and then get a score and see whether you need an improvement or not, depending on your profile. Because a good GMAT score, there is no good GMAT score. It's all depends on your profile, what you want to do in future. So if you see that this is a desired score which you are looking for, that's perfect. Otherwise, you can always have time to improve. So I made another video on that as well. You can check out the GMAT video. So these are the 3 areas which I believe you should focus on, and if you focus on these 3 areas and work towards it, definitely you will have a strong profile. In spite of having lows in your career, you can always compensate with the good performances in future if you are aware of this. So thank you so much for listening to me, and do leave your feedback, like, share and comment. And in case you need any guidance or any assistance from our side, feel free to connect with us. In the meantime, thank you so much. Take care and bye-bye.